Hi, I'm Paul Laperriere. I work at Hands TheFamilyHelpNetwork as the Director of Corporate Services. New Year's Day, on my dad's side, we'd all get together. We'd all go to my grandma's, his mom, and it would be about 50 people, the whole family, and we'd have lunch. Big feast. We'd all sit down, and my grandma would do this kind of, we call it a ragu. She 2 weeks cooking this thing on the stove. Special ragu. It went, the recipe went to her grave with her, unfortunately, but that's how it was. We all look forward to it. And so that was on the Lapierriere family. And then come about 3 or 4 o'clock, we'd all get in the car, and we go to my mom's parents. My mom was one of 11 kids on a farm as well. There would be 100 to 120 people for dinner. Every New Year, right? And they would start, and this is the part that ticks me off to this day, 50 years later, is that they would start by the oldest folks first seating. And then, the next folks, maybe my parents or maybe my oldest siblings, because I was at the end, they would be seated, table number 2, and then eventually about 7 o'clock at night now, us little guys. And I think it's because the other folks had to get the dishes, because not enough dishes to go around to feed 120 people, right? So they'd all go. Anyways, by the time we're sitting down for dinner, the guitars are out, the drums and the fiddle, and they're singing these songs. Nice family sing-along songs, 8, 9 o'clock now. We're people having a few pops along the way. And then by about 10, 11 o'clock, they'd say, okay, kids, you got to go to bed. So they'd send it. There'd be like 25, 30 of us kids, right? They'd send it all upstairs in this home farmhouse that you could picture. The grills on the floor, about 6 feet in diameter, going from the first floor to the second floor for the wood stove to heat up. And we'd all gather around that, all kids all around that thing, and we'd look down there. And what we noticed is as the night progressed, the songs got dirtier and dirtier. And we'd just be like, wow, listen to that. So that was New Year's in my family, and I remember getting woken up at maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. My parents, who, they weren't drinkers, they weren't smokers, but they haven't gone to bed, and they would take us home 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they'd get, to drop us off, whatever. They'd get dressed, and they'd go to work. I'm Paul. I'm proud to be part of Hands TheFamilyHelpNetwork.ca and your family story.